is proudly brought to you by Botswana Post. Rise and shine.
A very good morning to you, Rise and Shine. On Tuesday, the 6th of February 2024. It's such a beautiful view that you can see on your screens right now. Mass media. As you can see, the sun is rising, and I'm sure I am going to make sure that I make it a possible and beautiful day. There is the view of CBD, the Central Business District. Quite busy. This is where a lot of people are waking up to go to make sure that their business is in order. It is going to be quite a hot day today. We're highs of 39 degrees and lows of 20 degrees, showing that it's one of those days. I think we can say the heat wave is coming, but of course we'll bring in the heat right here on DUMELA Botswana, the breakfast show, proudly sponsored by Botswana Post. But of course, I'm never alone on this red seat. Joining me is the beautiful, am I supposed to say, or am I allowed to say men are beautiful?
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
How you doing, Mr.
I'm great, yourself.
I'm doing great.
And earlier on, when you were alluding to the fact that people are waking up to go to the Central Business District, Kotsako CBD, it came to my mind for today it's even going to be busier because today it's the opening of the legal year. So usually on the first day, the first Monday of the month, February, in another budget speech, and the day after, it will be the opening of the legal year. So so it will be quite busy with the High Court of the Republic of Botswana today. But anyway, it feels good to be here. Like it says, good morning to you. And Lala?
It's a very busy week.
Yeah.
It's a very busy week. The budget speech, thoughts, feelings. What was the experience like for you yesterday? What were your highlights that you can say about the budget speech yesterday?
I think one thing from the budget speech on the last one, this kind of on a two transitional national development plan. By the end of this particular plenary, this 2-year transitional national development plan, the current developmental budget. But how the developmental one. In terms of the
infrastructure.
Yeah, the original interchange crossing. There will be another one and another thing saying it was of highlight. There's
more covered, especially for the youth and development.
Yes,
so
and there was also issue party funding also.
That was a big.
It came in handy. And there was another fund, Chama Fund, the informal sector, and most importantly, job creation. And another issue, climate change also. We produce high quality goods, but we produce a junk we don't take care of the environment or of our environment or our climate change. By 30%, from 1% to 30% come the year 2030.
That's a big change.
It's quite a lot.
There's a lot going on.
For the youth also,
yes,
digitization as well. now we are trying to migrate where we get more services on the online platform.
And to say that, yesterday I got the pleasure to actually see or experience watching the budget speech in a youth engagement session that was hosted by the First Lady. A moment where, you know, there were 20 students there from different schools, and the First Lady was there, later joined by the President. So for the children, it was something that it was quite a moment for them to enjoy such a budget speech, was something they don't listen to, they don't engage in. But they wanted to know about the digitization and the infrastructure when it comes to education, and see that a large sum of amount are gone to education. It was something they were quite happy about. Into such things. It was quite a big moment for that. But yes, that was a mouthful. And
yeah, before it's even last year, the 2023-2024, in terms of the Ministry of Education, Skills Development, it's a larger share. It's a larger share. And also, now because COVID, when last year the Ministry of Health was in the second, but now that COVID has subsided, probably that's a much of a mini budget, as compared to say. But anyway, I know for it
was nice to actually get just a summary of what happened yesterday. But of course, it is a Business Tuesday here, making sure that your mind is sharp and ready for your business life and everything around that. Joining me today on our second discussion, I will have a business finance lecturer from Mevala Studios, investing, making sure that your money is working for you in the long run. What do you have for me that
all right, it's like right from the top Helaris Manaraberza Marahuitela Meleboneba B Pomas, Seberarza home is Kebe Horoten Koneka Kwano, Mohotsoneta Mesamiko, Nambehonakono Pisana Mantlak, Labeki Buachalo, Leme Atoyalka Combewe legal practice, Akartaberi Builalo, ka understanding laws governing social media privacy in Botswana. Honora Huitlamotanzar, Wizorke Motona to lose the rights at social media. What are some of the examples? What are some of the worst case scenarios? How do you get to protect yourself? How do you get to protect
But let's start off the day by working out. Let's get fit with BPOMAS.
Over the past 30 years, we have been involved in many lives. We say thank you for trusting us to be your preferred medical aid provider. Most importantly, we want to thank the more than 82,000 principal members that have made us Botswana's #1 medical aid.
BPOMAS, Rikante when the #1, Botswana Botle. BPOMAS, Rikante when the #1, Botswana Botle.
Good morning. Welcome to Get Fit with BPOMAS. My name is Vicky. I'm with my partner, Zaune. Are you okay, my man? Yeah. Our today's session, it's a quick call. So we'll focus on what you're paying. Okay, so we're gonna start with plank. Are you ready? Let's go, guys. 30 seconds. 4, 3, 2, go. Okay, you hold your core, engage your core on the right hand. Stay there, guys. Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Engage your core. Put a lemon to stay there. Stay there, stay there, stay there, guys. Stay there. 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay. And 10. You're gonna give give me sit up. 4, 3, 2, let's go. Simple. Up and down, guys. Engage your core. Hold it tight. Breathe in and out. Let's go, guys. Breathe in when you go up and out. Release when you go down. Let's go. You breathe in and out. Let's go. Keep pushing, guys. Let's go, guys. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Okay. Now shoulder tap. Same as plank, but now we're gonna tap, tap, and tap. Okay. 4, 3, 2. Let's go up. Tap, 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 tap. Let's go. Okay. Engage your core, guys. Let's go again. Push it and flat. So sky and level beam. Drop it down. Let's go right here. Down and down. 10 seconds. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Let's go, guys. Almost there. Let's go. Hang in there. And relax. Woo. Okay. Now. Woo. Let's go right here. Lift it up now. You touch your toes. Okay. The V tap. Okay. 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Up. Lift it up. Your legs stay up right there. Hit it, guys. It's bending. Let's go. Up. Up. Stay there, guys. Keep going. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Woo. Stay there, guys. Okay. Now you're gonna give me hip dips or twist. Okay. Right here. 4, 3, 2. Let's go. You go side, side, side. Twist your hip. Let's go. Side to side. Let's go. Keep going. Are you there, guys? Are you still with me? Stay there. Come on, stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Let's go. Keep going. It's bending, I know. Push it. Push it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. And relax. Are you there, guys? Yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching. We're done for today. So I'll see you next time, guys. Are you okay, man? And stay safe, guys, okay? And take care.
People must recant when the number 1. Ya Botswana botle.
Motatse madume ke bula karabo Miss Kebo sena taba ka go tshwaretse jalo tsa metshameko mo tsatsing la bobedi di le mmalwa tse leng gore ta lebella gareng ga tsane re ta lebella stapa sa rona sa tennis ba leng gore ba ile jalo ka go Egypt re ta lebella jalo ba karate ba cricket o itse le gore gona le the under 19 cricket world cup mme pile le ba monoga ba Botswana Cricket Association ba taba ba etala mangoma helo give you the details mme re lebelle jalo tsa boxer re bela under 17 ya ka tara mo tsela gompieko e be rotary le bile ka go National Stadium ya ka stapa sa rona se taba se kopana jalo le Burundi mo metshameko yone le under 17 World Cup qualifiers at lebelle jalo the log standings sa Botswana Premier League before going into tomorrow's big encounter and of course the weekend fixtures at lebelle jalo English Premier League Spanish La Liga and if we have time we're going to touch base on the NBA what is happening with regard to the log standings and everything more so that we are almost approaching that important time of the season that is the playoffs but anyway let's start ka go lekgotela Botswana Tennis Association ba leng gore ba tlhalosa jalo gore ba rometse jalo stopper sa ba le bathano ka ko Egypt go tsenela jalo metshameko ele ya J200 nka itsela gore batshameki bao bana gareng ga ba bangwe gona le Magnawa gona le Ntungamile Ragwin ele ba basimane mme ka go basetsaneng gona jalo le Chelsea Chakanyuka bana le na le di Rangwin ga mmogo jalo le Rethabile Moshawa ke bana ba ileng gore ba rometse tournament e simolotse mo tsela maabane e tata bokhutong jalo on Saturday mme itselo gore re letse re bona go tshamekile motshameki a le mongwe hela ke bua jalo ka Ntungamile Ragwin o leng gore o letse a lathegetswe mo tsatsing la tetebile go letse go tshamekile Chelsea mo tsela maabane o letse a lathegetswe jalo 6-1 6-2 mme itselo gore batshameki ba bangwe ba taba tshameka jalo mo tsatsing la gompieko jaaka Ntungamile a taba kopane jalo le Mabrik Karim go tsweng ka kwa lehatshe la Morocco ha Magnawa ene a taba tshameka jalo le Asoa Mendy o ile gore o tswa ka kwa lehatshe la Algeria ke tsone tse leng gore di a diragala jalo ka go hotel la tennis mme bile re ntse le go go bone ba tlhalosa jalo gore they will be having a junior tournament with jalo gore the categories for the event ya bone ba tlhalosa gore etana under 10 red orange and green dot balls go tana jalo le under 12 go tana jalo le under 14 under 18 ke tse leng gore ba di tlhalosa mme jalo gore tse ba tlhalosa gore tabele part of the ba bona ha program ya bone ke go le hotel la Botswana Tennis Association re tla le ka gore re batla jalo re wa itse thipe kana mongwe hela gone ka kwa tennis gore ba lebe mo dinako le batsadi ba leng gore le na le kgathego ya gore bana ba lona ba ka simolla jalo go tshameka motshameko ne le wa tennis it's one code le gore we always speak good about and ba rometse batshameki ka kwa Egypt without fail they never complain or harna madi we wanted to take classes city tournaments they do it.
How do they do it? Ibile kere ke go ra gone gore ngwa ga o simolotse ya ka ba riana I know gore ba haketse ruri. Last year it was a beautiful brilliant year. They managed to gore be le gore ba tsaya batshameki go na le friendly ko ntle di tournament mo Botswana di tournament ko ntle so you could imagine gore even this year it's going to be 2 times.
One thing that is working for them get the input along what the parents have sometimes ba bana le go bitsa batsadi ba bana ba ba re kana there is a tournament ya J200 go Egypt or go Cote d'Ivoire whichever country e leng gore taba e tsageditse at that particular time me rona re le khota re na le bokana parents they do meet them halfway you know ke sone se leng gore we never hear tennis ba complain gore we wanted to go to sit-in tournaments we didn't because we don't have money we wanted to host we didn't host because we don't have money le go host they always host the tournament without fail and but said the athletes they are from USA from France Belgium all over the world and little tournament everything is silly
and also you can see that through the results even ha ba tsamaile ba ile go tshameka mo tournament ntse di kontle because ha ba tlhola ba tlisa ba yeng gone ka kwana gore it becomes competitive so ha ba ya kontle they're able to even compete on an international stage.
Yes and motho ka re lo hela go gore ba itse thipele le kokola ga go gore a tirwente ba itirang go le khotela Botswana Tennis Association e tswelle pele mme le gale a re tsama go bona re taba re ntse re go ba jalo mo dinako gore gone mme bana ba rona ba ira ka tselentseng jang gone ka go Egypt malobanyana ya ne ba jalo ka kwa Durban so it's from Durban to Egypt re tabana gore from Egypt ba tabo ba le ba kae a re ba jalo mo go tsa karate ka ko Francistown ka mahelo beke ano ne re bana ba ya Academy bane ba tshwere jalo exchange training session and sport awards ya ka nne ke tlhalosa tso thenele ka conference it's always good seeing kids it's always good seeing kids le bana le gore ha ba batla go sala go mara ke na le gore ha ke a gym e be ba bangwe ba itheka mo teng
happy 2024 resolution.
Okay, tell gore mene ba tlhalosa jalo bone ba yang Genius Academy gore the reason why they had that sport exchange training session and sport awards ne le gona go appreciate jalo bana go ba motivate gore you know what keep on going mene ba tlhalosa jalo gore lack of equipment remains a challenge bana ba bua jalo gore mehela they are open for partnerships they are open for sponsorships munga ba ile gore bana ba le bua gone ka koena nna jalo Angel Takobana lo gore ona tlhalosa gore tota ne o itumeletse gore ba tsare karolo in this training session mebile are recognized as one of the best performing athletes BTV Sport ine le gone ka ko Francistown ye tetse bone ba yang Genius Academy
tota bana ba rona ba hitella go di tournament tse di rile me re na le seemo se se tona sone sa le thokola equipment ke gone mo re ileng ra nna ga batsherere ba ISKF ya Engineers Karate Academy ra taboga le di-company tse di ikemetseng ka nosi le gone ba di-company tsa goromente gore gongwe re kope tsone dithuso re kope le bone bana bone ba rona ba gore gongwe ka moso ga ba di-tournamenteng ba bo ba le mo selebegong se se rileng.
I've learned a lot from today's training. I've improved a lot in my performance, and I hope it helps me in the selection tournament.
Ba ready for selection, but as for the part ya kata, they are too slow when it comes to combinations, of which they have to work hard on it to correct. The punches is like strength, power, of which ke dumela gore ha ba ka berekela thata mo di-exercise tse di ka boostang matsogo a bone gore a nne strong go ka ba berekela.
Ele jalo ba Young Genius Academy ile karate club ka ko Francis Town wa bona gore it's a young academy ndi bana ba ile gore ba tengwane kwa ke bana ba ile gore ba banyane ba tlhalosa gore le tournament they do attend them performance yana metsa halal but wa bona gore le ha ba lenteng it's just an empty space so about this equipment
most of that I can be school sport it's not there as yet and DUMELA le gone gore ha ba developer bona ba banyenyane tla in 2 years 3 years 4 years to come maybe they are superstars now.
We wouldn't be crying what we don't have.
Let this one learn
exactly the absence of school sport Botswana Cricket Association national trials for under 19 men's or boys teams as well as the women or girls Francis Town. Okay, tell gore se le gore ba se tlhalosa ba tlhalosa jalo gore ba ka ko Francis Town ba ta simolla jalo ka di 7 kana mo tsitsi la ka moso go itheleng jalo di 11 mene ba tlhalosa gore it must be noted that the ICC has mandatory age metrics ba tlhalosa gore under 19 boys etana all players ba long gore ba tabo ba tshotswa on or after the 1st of September 2006 and under 19 girls all players must be born on or after the 1st of September 2005. Okay, tell gore ba tlhalosa jalo gore schedule sa bone sentse jana tare ka di 7 tsa February ka mo tsitsi la ka mo sebe ba leka ko Silibe Phukwe from 2 o'clock go hitelen 6 p.m. me ka di 8 ba ta bontse ba le gone ka ko from 2 to 6 ba tlhalosa gore di trial tsa bone ba ta ba di tshwaretse jalo ka ko kopano English medium school grounds meka ko Francis Town gone ka di 9 tsa February ba tabo ba simolla ka 2 to 6 le ka di 10 2 to 6 metare ka Sontaga ba ta ira jalo le 2 to 5 maybe la gona le 9 a.m. to 12 noon go tsenetse le gore ba di tlhalosa ba tlhalosa jalo gore taba di tshwaretse jalo ka kwa FSRC grounds go tsenetse le gore di a diragala me ba tlhalosa gore trial tse dingwe tse le gore ba have planned ba plan jalo gore ba ta ba ye ka go gantsi ba ye ka go maungolo ba tse mo lepolole le ga borone metse tsothe ba ta di confirm in due course bana ba ile gore ba ta go bana le keletso ya go ta go iteka gone ka ko le ba kopiwa gore ba ta jalo ka the birth certificate for registration ba itela jalo the refreshments and of course personal equipment but one thing say le gore motho a ka se this issue of cricket we are doing trials all over the country literally is the fact that bana bothe bana le sebaka sa gore ba go itshupa but the unfortunate part again about it is ngwanota bana le keletso ya go tshameka cricket they have never held a bat mo botselong ha ile gore ke bowler they've never even bowled they've never held
how are you going to select motho e lantla a bona selo
exactly wa bona and it's national under 19 you know selection and national team selection we don't have time to teach. We literally want people who can represent us at national level.
Ready to play.
Yes, and motaba anna ha tse ipotsa gore ma helo a mangwe le bella ko bo gantsia na ithelelo gore tota hela bo cricket na
it's not a sports anymore it's more popular outside of common.
It's a catch-22 situation in the fact that I like it gore they are giving other athletes or other players out there a chance ya gore ba ga ya go iteka national level but bana ba ile gore ba ha chance ba ga ba ise ba kopane le cricket gope
how are you going to select them?
Exactly.
That's the problem.
So it's a very interesting concept. Where did they get this idea?
And all of that. There are some places saying
and equipment there cricket is very expensive. You know the attire, wicket keeper, they are already in the setup.
Which are within whatever Francis you had the laugh, but unfortunately it did not favor you.
That's the bad part. Cricket India under 19 cricket World Cup. It's a big one. India Copa South Africa at 10 o'clock. Another semi-final will be played on Thursday. Australia Copa Pakistan. Cricket BOTSWANA Boxing Association over the weekend. The second inter club of the year. It's a University of Botswana Boxing Club. Ane afenya jalo Jennifer Sechi azwaka ko BMC Mimonzi Cheza one afengwa jalo ke Phekile Bele azwa jalo ka ko DTC bi garang ga tsedingwe ke ne ka khabala gone ka kwa ke ne ka bona jalo go Rajab Mohammed Utukile ona khona go fenya ntwa ya gagwe gone ka ko mme o ka itsela gore garang ga tsedingwe tsele gore ne ditena bana jalo o duetse kgomotsego ana kopana jalo le Chika Machana mme o duetsa khona go fenya ntwa eo garang ga tsele gore di ne di lo wa BTV Sport enele gone ka ko University of Botswana.
Right, so jaaka o itse re le ba BOTSWANA Boxing Association e jalo re na le metseletsele e go nna yalo ya gore morago ga biketse pedi club ngwe le ngwe be tshegetsa seemo se sentseng jana kana metshameko e ntseng jana go mo ga rona kana ke re metshameko ya rona ke metshameko e le gore ke ipaakanyetso ya gore ga ngwaga o hela batshameki ba rona bo ba ya ko championship ya rona e a qualifyelwa ya ka o ka itse re tshwanetse gore club ngwe le ngwe be rometse batshameki morago gape ke tse pedi re bo re tshameka ene metshameko ya go nna jana maikealo la rona mangwe a magolo ke gore re bo re lebelela gore maipaakanyetso a rona a yang ko pele gore national team ya rona le yone a entse mo seemong sa gore e re ga e le gore ya bidiwa ko mahatsheng a sele re bo re ipaakantse bogolo jang jaaka o ka lebelela gompieno gore re lebagane le gore re ye ko All Africa Games e leng gore e taba e tshwaretse ko Ghana ka kgwedi ya March re tshwanetse ke gore re lebagane ke gore re ye ko di-qualifying tse e leng gore di tshwanetse gore mo bekeng tse pedi batshameki ba rona bo ba emelela ba national team ke sone se e leng gore re gonega re kopantse ba national team le bone ba ditlabo hela jalo ka bongwe gore mme re ko bohelong re bo re itse gore batshameki ba rona ipaakanyo ya bone e lolame ba ka emela lehatshe leno kana ba ka emela sethopa ka bongwe jaaka ka re ga re tsena mo ngwageng wa November kana ke re mo kgweding ya November ngwaga ono re bo re tsena mo championship mme hela gore o qualify le championship ke re bo hitile ka inter club ya ka o bona re di tshegatsa mo bekeng tse pedi ka go latella
tene ke se dirilela gore be ke tla go tshameka tournament ena ne ke prepare myself for endurance ene le gore ne ke ile ka mo gonna le speed se ne le gore ke ne ke seleka so ke sone se ne le gore ke a se prepare gore re ke tla go tshameka ba o tena e be ke le ready for that le yone best of the best e leng gore e tle be le teng ka di 17 tsa February ke sone se ne ke se preparela le gona na melatentse ke dira gona na bo go tlhoka go thiba yana gore re ke a go berekela mo go sone from here so that ke tle ke khona go tshameka bontle ka the best of the best.
I'll tell you, boxing is very hectic. Boxer under 17 national team. National stadium. We tell this is the first leg of the under 17 World Cup qualifiers. Mesameko yote ka bobedi tshameka la monogai. Mo tsela gompeko ke the first leg e leng gore ka tshwanelong ka bore tshameka la ko Burundi, so we are same Burundi versus Botswana even though we are home. We tell gore Mokatisi Jacqueline Gaubinelwe o tlhalosa jalo gore o itumeletse ka halo re dipankanyo ya bone entse tsamaya ka teme o tsoletse gore re tshokolo ga tsela gompeko ka 3 o'clock ba setsana ba gagwe kana ba setsana ba rona abo bantsha jalo a very good performance kgathano le lehatshe la Burundi motsela maabane ene e le phuthego ya bakatisi kana dithapa ka bobedi go utwa jalo ka hantseng bata ba ipankanya ka teng.
My girls are motivated. The morale is very high. So our target is not just to play Burundi or the other team that would play maybe if we win Burundi. We need to really treat it as an away game, even though we feel it's an advantage to us since we are at our homeland. We believe we are going to have the supporters. The climate we already know. We don't need to say we have to acclimatize or anything, but like I stated, it's an advantage to us.
Even if in our team there is a difference, there is a new generation, but we know that we are going to improve. We know that Botswana is in advance about FIFA, but we are going to face it.
Motshameko simolla jalo ka 3:00 in the afternoon. I'll be back here at around 2:00 to do build up ya motshameko no ja karta borogo ga setsa jalo ka thamalo go tseng jalo ka ko National Stadium. Second leg it will be played on Friday in the Elokako National Stadium. Are se jalo mo go tsa under 17 re tadi bana khante jana ka 2:00 mo thileganya nya tshamekang le belle jalo the lock standings gore Premier League mara ga metshameko ne tshamekwa jalo over the weekend loko a bone ye Mekatselense Jan Township Plus ba go godimo bana jalo le 31 points Joining Galaxy bana le 28 points o bana jalo goal difference ya bona Joining Galaxy e tsoga tshameka le Gaborone United ha ba ka fenya motshameko bona le 31 points Township Plus will still be at the top. I mean you look at goal difference ya bona let's rather Joining Galaxy scores 4 or more against the Gaborone United. Gaborone United they must spot number 3 in a 27 points system sena le 22 points in most spot number 4. Ha le bella jalo gore loko Ewins yang top 8 garla ke sta pasa Rapa United ba long gore bana le 17 points. Ha le bella kotase number di bulelwa jalo ke Masita ka spot number 9 ha ne go katiliki ye me di team tse di relegate ne go tsa ma VTM ba long gore down spot number 14 bana le 13 points 11 Angels bana 13 points on spot number 15. Number 16 Kistapasama Jombolo. Belong they have only managed to get 10 points. Hozo mometami going A14 elong hore ba tshamikile elitsone jalo. The lock standings ya Botswana Premier League. Go yone re go lebella jalo English Premier League. Hore motsila ma bana mara ga gore re bona jalo hat-trick e fenyetsa stapa Manchester City motshameko a bona kgathano le Brentford league ya bone ye meyang Liverpool are still at the top bana jalo le 51 points Manchester City bana le 49 points Mr. Pasa Arsenal bana jalo le 49 points ha le bella jalo Pasa Aston Villa bana le 46 points ke tsone tsele go dira la jalo top 4 ha le bella Manchester United they win one game and they will talk a lot bana le 38 points ba mo spot number 6 mo ka itsela gore ha le bella kwata Sheffield United ke yone ko spot number 20 bana le 19 points ha Berlin le 24 points tota bana ba le 13 points Stapa sa Belly Everton bana le 19 points ha re tsela ka ko English Premier League le bela ka ko Spanish La Liga mara ga gore metsetse la mabane re bana Stapa sa Rayo Vallecano ba fengwa ke Sevilla ka no tse pedi go e lengwe Real ke bana ba ile gore ba go godimo ka 58 points Barcelona marago ke Girona ka 56 points Barcelona spot number 3 bana le 50 points Atletico Madrid e gare la top 4 ka 48 points ha le balla jalo gore top 10 ya bone ena jalo le Getafe Las Palmas Real Betis Valencia ha mo le Real Sociedad le Athletic Bilbao ha le balla kwata se gore gone mme be mejang Stapa sa Almeria ke bana ba ile gore ba gone ko bana jalo imagine playing 23 games and you only have 6 points bana le 6 points Granada bana jalo le 12 points Cadiz bana le 17 points Real Mallorca ena le 20 points Stapa sa Sevilla ba iteka bana jalo le 15 points ke tsane jalo tsa English Premier League ka ha le gore di tsa Spanish La Liga ka ha long gore di tsamaya ka teng a re komela jalo NBA it is that time of the year gore it's very important for teams to get the wins. We are approaching the playoffs and every team want to be in the playoffs. Nyarana Stapa sa the Los Angeles Lakers Anthony Davis recording his third triple double career ya gagwe ya ka ne ba fanya Stapa sa the Hornets 124 to 118 me Stapa sa the Mavs kana the Mavericks ba ne ba fanya Stapa sa Philadelphia Sixers ba long gore they are without the star player Joel Embiid because of of injury ke ba bafanya jalo 118 to 102 Mr. Pasable Cavaliers ba ne ba fenya stapasa the Kings stapasa ga Steph Curry sa the Warriors ba khonne go fenya ha stapasa the Clippers le ban they are in a winning streak stapasa sa the Los Angeles Clippers ba ne ba fenya stapasa the Hawks ha le bella jalo they are in good position to go to the playoffs. The Eastern Conference against the Boston Celtics, the Cavaliers, Milwaukee Bucks, New York Knicks, Philadelphia Sixers, Indiana Pacers. The playoffs. The play-in tournament. The Orlando Magic, Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls, the Hawks. The Western Conference. Thunderbolts can OKC. Minnesota, Los Angeles Clippers, one spot number 3, number 4, Denver Nuggets, number 5, the Kings, number 6, Phoenix Suns. The play-in tournament, the Pelicans, the Mavs, the Los Angeles Lakers, Utah Jazz. How are they doing? One of the boxers ki bua jalo ka Lethabo Modukanele o ntse le mo injury en ruto jalo gore gone mme o hodile comeback ntse ka tselentse jang go setse jalo only 2 World Olympic qualifiers who will see her taking part on that. All of that will come a little bit later at around 7:15.
All right, have you been to a game drive before?
Yes.
Where?
Mokolodi.
Okay.
Yes.
Answer
you. Why are you laughing?
You should go on to Manong.
Where's Manong?
Manong, side Alubat.
You should take me there. Unless you take me, otherwise now one.
Why care?
No, get on, kiss, I'll pay.
Ke tsa ke re so khone go motla Miss K kgang go re wena tla bele gore we metseng ha o sa tsamaye wa go palama game drive gone ka komanong a re gone ka ko Discover Botswana.
How did this area became to be known as Manong Game Lodge? So in our area, we have got lots of ponds around that would attract lots and lots of vultures to come into our area. And our area is about 2,200 hectares. So it's fenced, so there's no lots of movement around. So these vultures, they feel safe in this environment. And in Manong Game Lodge, the animals that you would expect to see when you come to our area are our tallest giraffes.
We do have animals like your elands, we do have giraffes, we do have impalas, we have kurus, and so we don't actually have your cats.
We have got a variety of birds around here. So we have got our biggest birds, that is the common ostrich, and we have got both a black-headed heron and grey heron. We have got Egyptian goose, crimson-breasted shrike, and your white-browed sparrow weaver. So these are the ones that you will see lots of a nest around that has been constructed by the weaver birds.
Wetso ka tsena senyalo ra tsela le thulaganyo ya gago ya Dumela Botswana Breakfast Show e tlang go go yana ka thotloetso le tebogo ke bone ba Botswana Post mme ka se sebaka ke go boletse re tle go bua jalo ka social media and of course the privacy issues surrounding it mme gone ka kwano from Mbewe Legal Practice ke na le Njermanda Mbewe. Such a very beautiful name.
Thank
a beautiful
you.
lady as well.
Thank you
beautiful
so much,
hair.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you back from overseas?
I've been back for a while now. I am back with a bang.
But I know that somebody's probably asking themselves, so overseas. Just take us a brief background, Hela, on you, your practice, and Mbewe Legal Practice as well.
Like you stated, my name is Njermanda Mbewe. I'm the founder of Mbewe Legal Practice. It's a female-led, citizen-owned, inclusive law firm that practices in Botswana. It's been practicing for almost 8 years now. And we focus on providing legal service to our clientele. Our mission is to be legal service with a difference. And even as much as we've been able to do private work, we ensure that we always give back to the community. That's where the difference in our legal service is.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I guess particularly some of the issues that people usually come to your practice, that are surrounding privacy, that are surrounding issues of to you that a bit foreign.
Well, we haven't really advanced as much to that stage as Botswana, and that's why I believe platforms like this are essential, because at least they'll be able to know what their rights are, especially with respect to violations. So yes, people do come to see us for several different types of legal infringements, but we're not seeing as much of people coming in in relation to infringements that relate to social media or privacy. And I think we need to catch on with the...
this thing.
Yes, I think we focus mostly on what people say to us and not really realizing that what is put on social media about us or what we receive from different technological means can also be tantamount to infringement of our constitutional rights. Specifically in this case, if we're speaking about privacy or social media, then we actually go to Section 9 of the Constitution.
Section 9.
Yes.
So I want you, Hela, from the start, Hela, to take us through Hela Haribo about privacy. What exactly are we talking about? And also dissected to say, when you talk about social media privacy, this is what we're talking about. I want you to also relate in terms of examples, because this case is but we want Botswana they come forward as well.
Yes. Social media privacy really deals with the personal information that relates to you or sensitive information about you. And when we now dissect it to it being on social media, we're talking about what is it that you're putting out there about yourself? How much control do you have about what is there about yourself? And also, what are people putting out there about you? So that is how we relate it to social media.
All right. And now, when somebody is violating your social media privacy, I want you to also give an example attached to that.
Yes. So I would give an example in an instance where somebody makes a statement on social media, one of the social media apps about you, which may be or is a false statement, and releases information which is sensitive, for instance, your health. If I'm going to go on and speak about a condition in which or to which you've actually told me about, and I put it out there without your consent, and then people are now aware that Riseho actually has this particular condition without your consent, then that would be an example of an infringement of privacy in relation to social media.
Are there any laws or regulations where they address this media privacy, particularly in the Botswana context?
Yes, there are some, even though there is room for development for more, which can actually speak to specifically certain types. But I will start with the Constitution, as I've mentioned, Section 9. Remember, the Constitution of the Republic of Botswana is the most paramount law in this country. If anyone infringes on any of the sections there, privacy being one of them at Section 9, then you have a right to approach the High Court to protect that right or to protect the fact that you've been violated in that essence. We also have the Cybercrime and Computer-Related Crimes Act. This one is the one that actually will empower you when somebody has put something on social media or infringed your privacy without your consent to be able to approach the police or law enforcers for there to be enforcement against the infringement. We have the Data Protection Act. Those who receive data from us, financial institutions, hospitals, anywhere
mobile networks.
Of course, anywhere where you do give out your information, they have a duty to ensure that it is protected. And if there is any leak or that sensitive or that personal information does come out, then there are going to be repercussions or consequences to that. And of course, we have the Financial Intelligence Act as well. But we are yet to reach a point where we have one specific act that actually does deal with social media. As of now, I would say the Cyber Crimes and Related and Computer Related Crimes Act would be the one that really touches on this topic.
And the one thing particularly that I usually get to see on social media, key issue harassment and cyberbullying. So I want you to in that context here, different laws and regulations, which one confirms to it, and also what are some of the, should I say, repercussions when somebody engages in such?
Yes, we have Section 16, which is of the Cyber Act and Computer Related Act, right, which deals with cyber harassment. And so if somebody does harass you in the cyber realm or in the social media realm, then you do have a right of recourse against that. And you do this by actually approaching the police. You lodge a case to say, I'm being harassed on social media, or I'm being stalked on social media. That's another thing. We have those people that are constantly saying, hi, 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 so many times, and they just don't get it, right? So we have that. And then we also have protection against obscene material, where we do have issues, for instance, revenge pornography, where people actually use pictures of you without your consent in certain compromising positions and put that. This particular act as well, what I love about it is it protects children. So if you're also going to post obscene material or stalk or harass minors who are beyond the age of 18, then you will face consequences. And the range differs, Riseho. We have repercussions where you can be fined. We start from up to 10,000 all up to 5 million pula, and or you serve prison time, which starts from 6 months up to 10 years, or both. So there are repercussions for this, and as much as we are talking about the importance of ensuring that Botswana do know, I think it is important that we know that there are very serious repercussions, and if one person is actually cyber stalking, cyber bullying, or posting obscene material about another person or children, then they should know that the consequences are actually very dire. Yes.
And Wananjera, thank you so much for raising that up. You find yourself in danger if you do that. There is this particular issue of defamation of character.
Yes.
Maybe or maybe it's cyberbullying.
Yes.
How do we classify it?
So defamation, it's what you say about someone, false information that you say about someone, or what you write.
In writing or
it can be
verbal?
It's both, verbal and in writing. And this is when you publicize it. You stand in a public platform where there are people and you publicize and say, and it's a false statement, or you write it. And writing it can be in many forums. It can be print media, it can be on social media as well. But the effect of what you say or what you write should be that it should be to the extent that it harms your reputation, you know, and it diminishes you, it brings down your dignity, your integrity. And if we do find that, especially as a public figure, that this has transpired, then you do have a right of recourse as well. So there should be a differentiation between cyberbullying, cyber stalking, and defamation, because defamation relates to the fact that you are dealing with someone's reputation. But cyber stalking or cyberbullying or obscene materials about someone on social media can be about anyone, including children. So that's the difference between defamation.
And also, defamation, only when you are known by so many people. Even halala halo gore we 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, just because that person particularly said that about you. Clearly that defaming
So
you.
watch what you say.
Yeah. and Ripuela, have you noticed that?
Yes, I've noticed we have a culture of, but I think as individuals as well, we need to stand up for our rights. I mean, for me personally, I would be able to say, be very careful about what you say, you know. So I think we need to empower Botswana to be able to warn and inform people that if you're going to say something that's actually going to, in some way, take away my dignity or gives me a threat of some sort, I will take action. And you are allowed to take action.
But also another question would be, do I have rights in relation to information? Maybe I get a mobile network company, they require my details. It's my personal information. To have the right to say no?
Yes, of course. It's yours, right? It's your information. Actually, if you notice, this is what we do, and I'll be very specific. How even when it's a form on social media, if you're registering for an app, we just agree without reading. There are actually terms and conditions that come. We just click in and agree. And even when you go for your mobile network providers or anywhere else, or the banks, financial institutions, you are given forms which you have to sign. Now the thing with us is we just sign without actually reading, right? And sometimes you find that in those documents we're signing, there are clauses that are saying, I consent to the provision or the use of my personal information. You also have the right
in context of people, I'll give them my information. If they don't KYC compliance, you are like, I'm not going to do that.
I get it. Remember now also at this point, there are limitations to your privacy, right? If we are looking at the global sector and looking at the Financial Intelligence Act, it is pertinent there that some information would be required for purposes of verifying that the particular person using this bank and whom it is linked to is actually the right person. So yes, you do have the right to say, what are you using my information for? I've already given you this information, it's repetitive, and no, I will not give you this. Or even say, I want to make changes to the information I had given. You do have rights. And with every act or right you have, there is a limitation, right? I'll give you another example. During Nagoya COVID, our information was out there. Exactly. Your MANG number, your cell phone number. But at the time, what justified it? The fact that it was of national interest. We needed to know Dipalo, how many people are not well, how many people are positive, how many people are negative for purposes of national interest. So there are some times when there will be limitations to your rights. But yes, you do have a right to your information.
But at an individual level, how do I proactively protect my privacy?
And this starts with us. I think most of the times we tell people, be careful what you say about me or what you write about me. But what do you say about yourself and what do you write about yourself?
What do I tell people about myself?
Exactly. And so
when I'm excited, because I think that's where we get to share a whole lot of information.
Yes. And that's just a protective measure. Even though I'm excited, it doesn't give you the justification, if I've said something about myself, to use what I said without my consent.
That's the twist.
Yes, right? So I could be excited, I could disclose, but if you have not received my consent, you have no right to then proceed to do that. So things like making sure that you keep things private. These apps do provide, you know, for ensuring that your pictures, what you post is private, what you post about as well, because in as much as you want to be protected, you also want to make sure you don't harm others in what you post. It's a two-sided affair, right? So I believe the obligation does begin with you.
And in addition to all of this, I know yes, there are laws, there are regulations, they guide us, but one thing to a out there, high court is going to take lebaka and all of that. Usually, the fees where does one start?
Your principle. It's because depending on what their principle is, right? So when as an individual, if you want to protect your dignity, your reputation, and it is important to you, then you will find the means, you will find a way to be able to do that. And also to send that message that we're trying to send here. We're going into a situation of the fourth industrial revolution. How are we now moving into the technological era if we're not protecting ourselves in that space or in that realm? Remember also, when you sue someone who has actually either defamed you or cyber stalked you or cyber bullied you or just said something harmful against you on whatever platform, you are going to be compensated. So yes, you will spend money on legal fees, but you will be compensated. The most latest case that I just recently saw was a company that actually got a total of about 800,000 pula for something that someone had written. So in as much as you are saying you need to pay fees, you look at the bigger picture. Is it worth it? Protecting your rights is paramount. Your constitutional rights is paramount. Yeah.
And what anything saying legal in order to take the message to the people where, hey, we are here, ensure that you come to us.
Yes. Without gloating, I actually think we're one of the best law firms where it comes to presence in the community, being able to be out there. We also do provide for annually certain cases that we take on pro bono as a way of giving, as a way of giving back in terms of our social corporate responsibility. We also do a lot of access to justice work. You will find us in the rural areas, in the where the indigent are, in areas where there's no access to courts, there are no law firms. We actually do go there. We go to kotlas and we actually provide information and give information to the ordinary Motswana, so that they're empowered to be able to know that if I'm faced with this, this is a violation, and these are my rights. So we are actually well known for that, and we're on social media. You can find us there.
On social media. We want to click on it, like we want to call.
We're Mbewe Legal Practice on social media, on all platforms, so Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mbewe Legal Practice, LinkedIn as well. You find us there.
TikTok.
Yes, they had to teach me how to use TikTok. Yes, we are there, and especially on TikTok, I do give out legal insights and snippets on TikTok. So if you go there now, you actually find various topics that I've covered on different rights. And our office line is 316-5578. 316-5578.
That number again.
Definitely not me. 316-5578 was the
Any last words? I know today is the opening of the legal year.
Yes, today is the opening of the legal year, and I think I really just want to encourage Botswana to take their rights very seriously, to understand the basic fundamental human and constitutional rights. It is very, very important. And we'll continue to do our part in terms of, with the assistance of those who will assist us, to continue going around and ensuring that there's access to justice and people are well informed. But take your rights seriously. Be careful of what you say. Be careful of what you write, and be careful of what you do. The Constitution says that ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Yes.
So tread. So
from here straight to court?
From here to court, to work, to continue to fight for people's
that's all.
Thank you so much, Niso. You've over-complimented me today.
A pleasure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Wetso ke wana ka pisana melene me njeremanda Mbewe tla ka kobukutlong ba teng across all social platforms like TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Ba bidalo go Mbewe Legal Practice. Are o ka khona gore be le gore wa go tsamela a go thusa. Wetso re be go nefa tara re tsafa be re tsamara go khaseng ra dikhangela ntla motsatsi la gompeno e di khang ka teme ya rona ya Setswana.
South Africa.
Tiro ya go phepafatsa metsi a motse wa Pandamatenga.
Maloma go tsa metshameko ke tlhalose jalo gore moyeng wa me wa letsatsi ke tabe ke bua jalo le the Commonwealth bronze medalist ke ba ka le Thabo Modukanele re te ruta jalo gore jaaka re lebile di Olympic yana go gore o tsure keng couple of months before around 171 days or so before the Olympics ha le bella ka go boxing there are only 2 World Cup or rather World Olympic qualifiers tse di setseng ke ka go Italy go le gore re se le jalo gore ba boba ya ka ba tlhalositse se jalo Rajab Mohammed o tukile ga mmogo le ka mogetse ke no tsa bobedi tse leng go ditabo di setse etaba le go le ba jalo ka go Thailand o ka gakologala le gore o na bona injury jalo le Thabo ya nong she is back le Thabo good morning and thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Good morning and thank you for having me.
Let's start here. Where did the injury actually happen?
It happened last year really go the world championships of boxing Sabumme go India. New Delhi. Yeah.
What happened?
I was fighting, came out of the ring, and all of a sudden there was just pain. Insane, crazy pain.
Where?
On my shoulder, sorry, on my left shoulder. And then the lot sports we tell no rare ke maselo botlokunyana. I said a bit. And
then like take us through the process ya gore be le bua go India ke dumela gore le boni ya no gore okay this is actually a hectic injury when you got home.
Yeah, so after that fight, like I said, we tried to ice the pain, but it wasn't getting any better. 2 minutes, but every day I could feel there's a problem. And then I come back, obviously still thinking, no, I go back to training as usual. But of course, I'm using this arm less. And then we informed BNSC BNSC did help. It provided me with a physiotherapist. And as time went, you know, obviously you start first, you like go sidila pele a kere ha go sidila go sa thusi ke bona le ka re okay a re go ngakeng ya nong ngaka ba tlhatlhoba check a dira tsone di x-ray di scan all those things I want out okay now as Dr. Simamang I think this is what the problem is, but you can go for a second opinion. And then of course I do go for second opinion. Baby Bankisa South Africa for that second opinion. Second opinion comes back, okay, this is actually going to require a bit of surgery to fix the problem. I'd say it's a minimally invasive surgery. It's a lot. They cut you open and you know everything. But with this one, they went in with microscopes, micro cameras, sorry, to see what the problem is, and then to clear out the area, the affected area. So it was just little micro cameras, you know, 3 little holes on the shoulder. And South Africa. And